Yes, yes, this is Mr. Controversy, and this is the infamous three-point conversion station. Keep it locked.
The 3-point conversion sports lounge.
Good morning, everybody. What another beautiful Saturday morning. We getting in here late. We have some technical difficulties, but that's all right. We the 3-point conversion. You know how we roll. We going to make it happen anyway. And I am your host, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? Yes, this is the 3-point conversion sports lounge. You've entered inside of it. It's a cold, frigid day in Atlanta so far. It might not be frigid to most people, but it's cold out here. When you just got done experiencing and enjoying 61-degree weather, but it's all right. We still here in the building. And, of course, I'm not here by myself inside the 3-point conversion sports lounge. I have my co-host, my man, D-City. What's going on, sir?
What up, what up? How y'all doing today?
Man, it's I think the Super Bowl is this weekend.
Yeah, it definitely is tomorrow.
I'm not gonna lie, D. I didn't even know. By Wednesday, somebody hit me up, was like, "Yo, you know, what you doing for the Super Bowl?" I'm like, "What you talking about?"
Somebody asked me on Wednesday too, and I was like, "Like it don't feel like it."
I forgot. I'm like, "Oh, snap! It's Sunday."
Yeah, that's crazy.
But anyway, man, we hope and pray it's a good day on Sunday. You know, it turns out to be better than what the hype is, but we're definitely getting into that. But we have a great show for you all. We have a special guest, and he's really no guest because he's like family. Sean Thomason from Bleacher Report, NFL analyst, coming in to talk football. Also, we have a special guest, and I'm not going to say his name just yet, but we have a special guest coming in for the Next Level series. He's going to talk his journey, you know, and what he plans to do coming up for the next level. And then we're talking basketball, man. We're going to get into this debate as far as we talk about the big three, but you look at what could have been the big three and it's not, but they're like the three of the best players in the league, which is Durant, Harden, and Westbrook. So we're going to get into that debate. Who's better?
Yeah.
And then we just got a lot of other stuff, nonsense, whatever. But let's go ahead and get to this, man. You ready, bro?
Yeah, I'm still sitting there laughing because you told me my Facebook needs to be updated to go live.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to these quick hits. Let's get it. First of all, I got to shout out some people on Facebook Live right now. Shout out to Maceo Hurd Jr. What's up, baby? The Crush is in the building. What's going on, Dylan? I see you in there, man. Big Google, Ron Robinson on Facebook Live. What up, sir? Mr. David Evans, the 3-point conversion photographer, is in the building. And my man, Kyle Harris. What's going on, sir? And everybody else who's listening live. All right. So, first off, Blake Griffin. I just want to talk about Blake Griffin.
Right.
Thursday night,
Right.
25 points. What do you have, 5-6 assists?
Yep.
Like 9 rebounds?
Yep.
Do you think this can work, or was this just...
I mean, when you get an opportunity to make a trade for a mega star, a superstar like a Blake Griffin, I mean, I think Van Gundy said it. You know, you got to make that trade. You got to at least try to put forth an effort to, you know, get that superstar, a brand name like Blake Griffin. Do I think it'll work? I mean, we'll see. We'll see. They had to give up. They gave up Avery Bradley, right? So who gonna be their starting two? Stanley Johnson, wasn't he on the trade block earlier this month?
Yeah, so I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, you still got Clippers might be trying to get a lot of people out.
Right.
You got, so we don't know, but I feel you, man. But moving on. So all of this nonsense that y'all believe about LeBron James going to Golden State Warriors, y'all tripping. What?
Yeah.
Well, he came out and solidified and said that it's nonsense, man. Stories linked to Golden State is false. Ain't no way. He had to do the interview with his shirt off, though. I don't know why he did that, but
that's LBJ being LBJ.
Yeah, but what
control the narrative?
What you think, man? Like,
so if that happens, I probably won't be watching the NBA too much. That'll be ridiculous. But on the other end, we said the same thing when we thought Kevin Durant had an opportunity to go there. We said there was no way he was going there. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. And we look up and KD went to the Warriors.
Right.
So, I mean, is it out of the possibility of a realm? I wouldn't say it's out the realm of possibilities, you know what I mean? But if it does happen, I mean, he has no legacy if he do that.
Right.
If he do that, there's no legacy. There's nothing. He's just another great player.
None at all. I agree. I'm with you, bro. Sticking with the NBA, Charles Oakley. You remember that incident when he was in Madison Square Garden and Dolan called up his boys and told them, say, hey, man, grab him. He's not supposed to be here. And they, Oakley pushed some of them and all that, but next thing you know, he got attacked. So he's been cleared from assault charges. And now they're saying that Oakley has filed a lawsuit also against Dolan.
Shout out to Oak Tree first off. He started in Chicago. You know how we feel about Oak Tree. I mean, when it first happened, it was sad. You do that to a New York legend. And then I saw when it came out when he said that he was going to fight the charges because they wanted him to take a plea. And he said, I'm not taking no plea. I didn't do anything. And when it boiled down to it, he was cleared. Right. So, man, that's good for him for standing up, saying I didn't do anything, and then the justice system backing him. And I definitely think he's doing the right thing by filing a lawsuit against him because now that he was found not guilty, all the charges are cleared, he got something to back up his stance on what happened and the situation that was involved.
Right.
And I liked how even when it did happen, all of the young NBA players stood behind him, stood up for him. That was dope.
That's all we watch. It's Oak Tree. That's one of the most. I know we're not supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. The most realest person out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Moving on. So, you all know UFC star Anderson Silva. He was in a lot of stuff going on, with the, I think he had tested positive beforehand, like a year or two ago, whatever. Well, in October, he had tested positive for, I think it was meth, and wow.
Man.
And it came back that it was positive, so they're saying that he might be suspended for 2 years.
Yeah, if he gets suspended for 2 years, that's his career. It was already almost over anyway. He had the 2 leg
about
injury.
50 years old,
right? Yeah. And I mean, I was trying to figure out why he came back anyway after those. Those were some gruesome injuries.
Right.
You know what I mean? The one he just kicked dude. Yeah. And his thing just shattered. It just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's, like you said, he's almost 50. I mean, I know sometimes it's about the money, it's about the sport. But with a sport like that, at some point, it is what it is.
Maybe he said he's going out with a bang.
And then meth.
That's what I say.
Other substances, they substances that try to make you better or, whatever. But meth?
He said he was going out with a bang, man.
He definitely went out with a big bang.
Moving on. There's a chance that some Major League Baseball players might form a boycott, and they might boycott spring training, and basically just due to the fact that the owners have limited the funds for teams to sign free agents. That's why you're not seeing as much free agents signed.
Yeah.
And the players, even the team presidents, they're upset about this, and they're saying it might be a boycott for spring training.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword. As a owner, can do what they want with the money that they're allotted. They can decide what they're gonna give a player. They can decide not to sign nobody, whatever the case may be. But I also understand the players like, man, we deserve to get paid, this, that, and the third. But there aren't really a lot of great big free agents on the market this year. You know, so I think a lot of people are saving money for the big free agent class of next year with
Right.
Bryce Harper and all of them. So I think that's what it's more about as opposed to we don't want to give y'all no money.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's not a lot of movement. I thought by now Darvish should be signed. He's not signed. You know, I think the biggest signing was what? Lorenzo Cain in Milwaukee.
And
That,
he's
right,
really like,
right,
come
right.
on, man.
He's okay, but it's not like
I don't want to call him garbage. I like Kane though.
Yeah,
I like Kane,
yeah.
but I'm just saying
he's a solid player.
Yeah, but come on, that's the
Yeah.
biggest.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Especially you look at how the season was last year, man. You know, it was just like you just saw what happened right before the playoffs, the trades and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You thought that a lot of people would be in the news, like
Yeah.
people are trying to make a run, you know,
And ain't nobody getting nobody. Arrieta still ain't signed.
because when the Houston Astros win a World Series, you think that you can win
you
a World
can
Series
win
now,
one.
yeah.
Houston won.
And
Nobody nothing.
no,
Yeah.
I don't know. But sticking with baseball, my guy Jim Thome, who just made the Hall of Fame, said that he does not want the logo of Chief Wahoo on his Indians helmet when he gets inducted. Now, remember, if y'all don't know, earlier this week, the league came out and stated that, is it this year or next year?
2019.
2019. So next year, they're going to remove Chief Wahoo away from the Indians. Not even just baseball. I'm going to ask you one more question. With the Washington Redskins, we know Gilbert is very
Adamant on keeping it.
Stubborn,
Keeping it.
Do you think this starts another revolution now? A different where it might happen, even with them? And we don't even talk about the Chiefs. Like, Chiefs never get mentioned.
Yeah. But, I mean, I guess when it's the Chiefs, it's just saying the Chiefs. It's not
Right,
Redskins
true.
you know, Chief Wahoo. So that's a different thing. I think it does start a new revolution, and I'm all for it, especially us as being, you know, minorities, black ourselves. We
Right.
wouldn't want to deal with nothing like that. Like, imagine if there was a team that had a black face.
Yeah.
You know, we wouldn't want to deal with that. So I understand the Indians and Native Americans, how they may feel about it, and I'm 100% with it. I think it was the great thing to do, but I think what a lot of people fail to realize, which is what I was, you know, thinking about and also listened to, is that they're just doing it going forward. It's not like they're going in your closet, taking your old Indians hats or, shirts. It's just going forward.
Right. But you know what? Since this is this is 2019, like you said, I still want to get that shirt Bohemian had on.
Oh, the one that said
Woo!
Caucasian. Yeah.
That joke was
As
hard.
soon as I saw him when he had it on, I went and looked for it, but I didn't get it. I'm going to get it. Though.
I got to
I'm
get
gonna
that as sport as it
Yeah.
was. But anyway, that concludes our quick hits. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with a hot topic.
Yo, what's going on, sports fans out there? Happy Saturday. It's your boy Sherm, aka the Lord of the Beats, and of course, host of Face the Music, which you can listen to every Wednesday on the 3-Point Conversion station. And you are currently in the sports lounge, maxing and relaxing with my homie, Mr. Controversy, and of course, the Whizzle. Live and direct on 1100 AM WWWE ATL. Yeah.
What's up? This is Anthony Hamilton, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion.
Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Your man, Mr. Controversy, here with my co-host, D City.
What up?
Dennis Pendleton, if y'all don't know who he is, but anyway. And you know, definitely we gotta shout out one of our sponsors, Cindy Cuts Barbershop, 3000 Chapel Hill Road, Suite 206, Douglasville, Georgia. And if y'all want that barbershop, man, where you want to come out fresh, everybody in there can cut, this is the place to be. But not just that. You want that old school conversation, man, where y'all talking about sports and people know what they're talking about. I've been to some barbershops where they don't know what they're talking about. But, I mean, I'm still killing them in Cindy Cuts Barbershop, when we start talking. But yet still, this is that barbershop. A barbershop was like for the community, man. You bring your children in. They help raise. And when I mean raise, just you come in, teach them lessons,
life lessons.
Just everything, man. This is that barbershop shop. And shout out to, of course, my barber, Dwayne. Mr. Dwayne, a.k.a. Baby Powder. Dwayne Chambers, man. And you can follow him on Instagram, Simha the Barber. That's SIMHATHEBARBER. Simha the Barber. And shout out to Holyfield too. What up, Holy? All right, man. Let's get to this hot topic, man.
Yes.
So everybody's been talking about the Super Bowl. Well, I guess they have, because they've been talking about Tom Brady. Like I said, I forgot about the Super Bowl.
That's mostly what they've been talking about, Tom Brady, pretty much.
Right. So with the Super Bowl, they're talking about Tom Brady, and if he wins another one, this will be number 6. So the hot topic of today is, if he wins number 6, do you consider him the greatest player in NFL history?
Yes. He's almost that now. Like, arguably, he's almost that now. I think the closest person, who do you put next to him? Joe Montana, maybe? Probably Joe. But
Jerry Rice. I'm just saying player.
I think when it comes to that, a quarterback is always going to be looked at differently than a positional player because of everything that has to go along with being a quarterback. You got to, of course, read the defenses. You got to carry the team. You got to lead the team. You got to do all that. Not to take nothing away from Jerry Rice, because he's definitely one of the greatest, but that's all he had to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Kind of catching the ball, touchdown, run, block, route running. Like, to be a quarterback, like, your IQ has to be on another level. You have to really go out there and control the game, and I think why we do that.
I hear that. I do. But then quarterback has blockers.
That's true.
Quarterback has coordinators telling them inside a helmet, all right, we're going to call it this play. Mm-hmm. Whereas a wide receiver, every play you're going back and running, out of breath. You got to be in great shape.
Right.
Now, true enough, like you said, quarterbacks, they don't know when people coming at their legs and getting hit blindsided. But I'm just saying, with Jerry Rice, and I hear you, with Jerry Rice, though, you look at a guy, and Tom Brady about 55 years old too, balling. So, but Jerry Rice, what position would you expect to be great, have a better chance of being great at an older age? Would it be a quarterback or would it be a wide receiver?
I would say quarterback.
You would have a better chance, right?
Yeah.
And that's my point. Because arm really doesn't leave.
Right. And as long as you're not getting knocked around
right.
Hit all the time.
And we know Brady has the best line. But with Jerry Rice, this man was 40 years old, still leading in top leaders of receptions. And
with that being said, I think the reason he did is because he knew how to go down. Like, if you watch Jerry Rice, and when he was even in his prime, like, he might come through the middle, but if he see two defenders coming, he went down. It wasn't no situation where he was, and it's not going down where he couldn't get extra yards. Right. So if he knew he can get extra yards, he would do it. But if he knew, okay, I'm finna get tackled, I'm gonna go ahead and go down. I'm not finna get rocked and.
True.
And
he wasn't doing the Torrey Holt though. The St. Louis.
Oh
Reds.
no, not that.
Jokers, they catch the ball. Nobody near them.
It's over with. Then they just get touched.
But I'll say this though, D. I feel you, man, and maybe that's just me being biased, but. If he wins this, you got to put him up because no one has done this in football.
And look what he's doing. I think they already said. I think some tweet came out the other day where he got the MVP and everybody was kind of mad about it. Like, how he get the MVP, it ain't even time to be announced. So don't the awards come on tonight?
Yeah, the awards come on
I think
tonight.
We'll find out tonight whether or not he got it. And honestly, who else could you give it? You could give it to Drew Brees though. If you look at Drew Brees' numbers and you put him next to Tom Brady's,
right? I
think Drew Brees' numbers probably were better.
Even Todd Gurley, you got to put him up there.
Todd Gurley.
But I feel you. And the thing is, though,
and Drew Brees old too.
Oh yeah, he old too. That dude. And then remember, Tom Brady could have 2 more Super Bowls. It's just some guy named Eli Manning had the ball last.
Tom Coughlin.
Yeah, that's the only. Remember, Brady had the ball last. Yes. I mean, not Brady. He had him up.
He did his
under
job.
2 minutes.
He did his job. He did his job.
And then this guy named Eli Manning. So okay, if you say he's the greatest, and remember, you all can call in at 404-603-8770. Once again, that's 404-603-8770. Call in if you want to put your 3 cents in. Now, if we say he's the greatest in NFL, which, like I said, I was arguing the fact, but it's nothing like, oh, you bugging, or you getting the stop it button and nothing like that. So, where do you put him in all the sports?
So I mean, we know who number one. Mike, Money, Big Mike, MJ, Air Jordan, whatever you want to call it. Mike number one, best athlete ever. And to take that into perspective, he went and played baseball. He wasn't the greatest, but he
came back and won 3.
Right, came back and won 3. So I mean, I would put him up there, top 5. Top 5. I mean, Mike, Muhammad Ali. I mean, Jim Brown, Walter Payton, somewhere like that. The reason I say Jim Brown is because he didn't play long, but when he did play, it was ridiculous. But I love some sweetness, so that's I'm biased, of course, because he played Bears. So yeah, I would say top 5 though, because I mean he's playing one of the most physical sports that you play. And
now I know this is about Tom Brady, and I know you going off head. I got to put Serena Williams.
Oh
in there.
Yeah,
I got to take. Yeah. And I'm sorry, y'all. I got to take Jim Brown off. I mean, Jim Brown was one of the baddest running backs, but you can't be in there if you're not the best running back ever. And I don't think he was the best running back ever.
Who you think was your best running back ever?
I don't know, but that's a hard question. Woo, that's a hard question. I don't know, man, but I'm just saying you can't put him in there, and you gotta take Jim Brown out.
It's Peyton. Right. My mama loved Peyton, so
right. But Tom Brady got to be top 3 to me, man. Because, like you said, longevity. When we look at athletes, look how great they were. Mm-hmm. We look at not the fact that they were great, but the longevity, the way to bounce back. And I saw perseverance.
I saw the stat line of most postseason wins or most wins by a coach and player duo. Yeah. Where him and Belichick it's ridiculous. Like the difference from first to second is crazy. And I think Ben and Tomlin is like 5th or something like that. Like the difference from Brady and Belichick and the second person in line, they're retired. I think it was maybe it was Shula and Marino or somebody. I don't remember exactly who it was. But the difference is crazy. So like you're saying, longevity, winning, it's crazy.
Right. So let me just say this. Hey, can I get a stop it cue? Well, no, you know what? I'm gonna give it to him anyway. I feel him, but can I? You ready? So someone just hit me up and said, Dwayne Chambers. But anyway, someone just hit me up and said that Usain Bolt should be in the top 5
of what?
Can I get a stop it?
Stop it.
Thank you.
Yeah, of what?
Come on, all time. Come on, man. I mean, he's
a beast for his sport,
but not no top
5 in his sport. You can make that argument.
Right, but
that's
not
the argument.
you can't.
Nah, I'm not.
But I don't know. But you know what? He is like he's done some. He is, but you can't put
Michael
that.
Johnson. Then you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he would kill Michael. Johnson.
Probably would,
but you can't put him in.
I'm not sure I can put a track and field person.
Nah, not yet. I'm not ready for that yet. Maybe.
And he's done though now. Didn't he say he retired?
And then he lost his. He just lost.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's not a good time to think about that. Give us 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, in that aspect, what you might as well say Phelps. You know, if you're gonna do that, you got to say Phelps because he completely dominated.
I know we're going off record, but Phelps, are you saying
Phelps? Phelps was complete domination, complete, no questions. It's like when you knew in the Olympics coming, it was time for him to get in the water. He was like a fish. It's over with.
But you don't think that was like that? What you saying?
Yeah, it was. But I don't look at how many
Phelps won
right
for 88 gold medals.
Yeah.
Like a span of 2 years.
Yeah, crazy. And then he said I'm just gonna stop because I'm just gonna stop. Not because I'm getting old or I can't do it no more. I feel like I done did everything.
Yeah, but when you running and then like you about a quarter away from crossing the finish line, you doing a cabbage patch.
Yeah, that is true. That boy was
Come
bad.
on, man.
That boy was bad.
But I don't know. But
I guess we'll have to sit down and really think about it and stuff like that.
But back to Brady, I'll say that
Yeah, probably Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, and Tom
Brady. You got to. Do you put them above them two?
No.
And don't look at the statures, but look at what they done. You're right. I don't know, man.
You can make an argument.
6 ring, if he gets it. 6 rings. Like, he's okay. So let's put it like this. Muhammad Ali was the first to win, I think 3, come back and win 3, something. Okay, so boom. Jordan won 6 rings.
And if he hadn't left, it probably would have been
8. And when you think about as far as superstar,
right.
The reason why, Russell, people say Russell, but man, that joker played with 8 Hall of Famers on one team.
Yeah.
Like, come on. He just kept,
Yeah.
But I'm saying, other than that, Jordan is the only one I think that has a superstar. No one other superstar has that amount. But
the thing that I question is, and it's always going to be in the back of my mind, always a situation. I think, is it systematic? Would Tom Brady been able to do this in, let's say he got traded, like Joe Montana later? Now he probably can go anywhere and do it because of the way he's honed his deals. But, early is it systematic. So, I don't know. But top 3.
All right, and we got a quote from Facebook from Antoine Smitty Smith. What up, sir? He said, "Why is Montana not the greatest quarterback of all time, bruh? He got 4 Super. He said Super Bowls 4, and 4 MVPs. I guess was he MVP of all 4? I guess so.
Maybe. You
had 4, bro.
And Tom got 5.
Yeah,
you said it.
You answered your own question, sir.
Antoine
Can I get a
Smitty?
stop it? Can I get a stop it?
Yeah,
we turn it up. We need to turn it up. Yeah, let's get that stop it.
Stop it.
There you go. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Clarendon, point guard for the Atlanta Dream, and I listen to Mr. Controversy on the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
What it is, what it ain't. This your boy Sherm, host of Face the Music. Join me every Wednesday night for Power Hour, where we intersect the worlds of sports and music, and we do it the best way we can, which is on a Sherm beat. So if you're ready to come through, catch some realness, vibe to some dope sounds, tune in to Face the Music every Wednesday on the 3-Point Conversion station. Let's get it.
Sean Tomlinson from the Bleacher Report, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Mr. Controversy here. My man D City.
What up?
And you just can't let anybody come in the studio. You should see. If y'all on Facebook Live, I gotta show y'all this. Look how he got his mic. Come on, bro. He got his mic pimping right now. Come on. Hey, that's how we do though. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, man. You know we always got a style.
Stay styling.
Stay styling. So, funny. Man.
Thank you, Raphael.
So look, man. So, like I said, this is Super Bowl week, but it has been a lot of other stuff going on in the NFL. A lot of other stuff. I mean, some big news. Man, we got people stepping down, crazy trades.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a lot. And maybe that's why the hype hasn't been so big.
Because there's so much other stuff going on.
This is the question I have to ask, whatever. So, but anyway, thank everybody for joining the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge, and everybody's on Facebook Live. I appreciate you all. And shout out to Mr. Mark Knoll, Shane Lake, Ben Sutter. Appreciate you all for joining in. So we have a special guest. Like I said, it's a lot to get to as far as the NFL other than the Super Bowl. And we have to bring in, the man that is well respected, and he's family now, so I got to bring in from Bleacher Report, NFL analyst, Mr. Sean Tomlinson. What's going on, Sean?
Wow, that is quite the ovation. That's a lot to live up to, and family. That means I just get to pop on the couch anytime. You got some beers and wings for me and stuff.
Yeah, man. Since we're in the studio, we used to have. I don't know if you remember. We had Kool-Aid in there. We had fried bologna sandwiches, ham sandwiches. But now we're in the studio, so we got beer, we got wings. Might have a couple of steaks.
All that.
All of that. So look, Sean. So first question I have to ask, man, is we saw there's a humongous trade that happened that shocked everybody. I think Alex Smith was shocked himself, is when he got traded to the Washington Redskins. I think it was was it a second round, a third round pick? I can't remember.
Third
round pick. And a player. It was a cornerback.
I couldn't believe that.
I was shocked.
Kyle Fuller, yeah.
But my question is, with Cousins, we know that's the end for Cousins. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they franchise him again. They love franchising. Like, been franchised 3 times.
He actually said he'd take it this week.
Right.
He's like, I'll take it.
But my question is,
I'll take $23 million too, though.
Who or what team would be the most ideal team for Kirk Cousins?
Well, there's going to be a lot of teams like throwing so much money at him, like enough money that you could buy a tiny island nation, right? The two that stand out immediately that are going to be the hottest pursuers will be the Cardinals and Broncos to me. But if I'm Kirk Cousins, the place I really want to go is with the Vikings. Obviously we're just a couple weeks ago they got cranked in the NFC Championship game. But I think once the sting of that game wears off a little, you realize they had a fantastic season and a kind of season that they had no business having, right? Their starting quarterback went down in week 1. Usually week 2. Anyways, he was down for most of the season. And, usually when that happens, the season spirals quickly. But then Keenum came in. He had a quality season, don't get me wrong, but he did it in large part because they have the best wide receiver duo in the league, in my opinion, with Diggs and Adam Thielen. And it's a team that you don't necessarily need a great quarterback to win with, but having a great quarterback sure helps because that defense is fantastic, and the core of that defense is still there. It's not going anywhere. Everybody is, except for Anthony Barr, I believe, is signed to long-term extensions. Everybody's locked in. And, oh, by the way, you're getting Dalvin Cook back, right? Now, having said all that, I'm not sure the Vikings would be, they're going to make a push, but just because they almost just went to the Super Bowl without a quarterback they're paying a lot of money to, I'm not sure they're going to want to make that financial commitment. Because if you're the Vikings sitting there and thinking, well, yeah, we'd love to have Kirk Cousins, but it's going to cost us upwards of $25 million, why don't we just convince Casey Keenum to come back for $16, $17 million instead and try and do this again, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah. So what do you think of the Jags picking up Bortles' option?
Yeah, it's sort of similar to the Vikings situation in that they just almost knocked off the Patriots. They had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter with Blake Bortles as a quarterback. So, but it's where that similarity ends is that they don't have a lot of money to work with otherwise. Because think of the splashes they just made in free agency with Cliff Campbell, Barry Church, A.J. Boye. They spent a lot of money last offseason to improve that defense, and now as much as they want and would really like to improve on Bortles, the money just isn't there to go after Cousins realistically. So at some point, as much as Blake Bortles gets poked fun at, and he gets poked at maybe a touch too much, in my opinion, at some point it's better to stick with the guy you know, and the guy you know, just. It wasn't Bortles who was the sole solely responsible for getting them that far, but there's just an element of being familiar, and you put him back with that defense and that strong running game, and they have another great shot next year. I mean, this is the first offseason in a long, long time that we're going to be entering saying this about the Jaguars. They got a shot again next year, and it's crazy to think about that, right?
Right, it is. And once again, we're here live with Bleacher Report NFL analyst Sean Tomlinson. And Sean, I spoke about it early. I forgot, honestly, that Super Bowl was playing this Sunday, was being played this Sunday. It was on Wednesday, I think. But why does it seem like the hype is down? Like, it's no hype like it would normally be with a Super Bowl. Is it more so of who's in it, or is it because of everything else going on? What is it?
Yeah, see, to be honest, they all kind of blend together for me. Like the hype-wise and the build-up, they because I've been doing this for a while, writing. So from like Monday to Saturday night, they all feel the same to me, and then we get into game day, and it sort of takes on its own flavor. But I do think sort of outside that bubble, this one might feel a bit different because there's some Patriots fatigue, right? And I think that's a shame to some extent because, listen, I get that people, love or mostly love to hate the Patriots. I understand that. But even if you hate them, you have to respect them. And with a quarterback who's 40 years old, this simply shouldn't be happening. Right, what Brady is doing, he's probably going to be named the MVP tonight. What Brady's doing right now, I mean, it's so incredibly rare. I mean, there's only a handful of quarterbacks in NFL history who have thrown even 20-plus touchdowns in a season at the age of 40, and he's already at the top of that list. Of course, the Patriots have been to 3 of the last 4 Super Bowls. This is, I believe, their 8th appearance in the Belichick-Brady era. So it is really incredible and really rare, and we may never see a team like this again. So if you haven't gotten into this Super Bowl, get into it now and fast. And then the other major storyline, too, of course, is that the Eagles have never won. And yet, I just talked about, for example, the Vikings and how they shouldn't have had their season. The Eagles lost Carson Wentz, who would be the MVP tonight, easily, and they're still playing for a shot at a ring and their first Super Bowl. So, and if there's one defense that could stop Brady, it's this one with this front four. So, I think there's a lot to get excited about. So get jacked if you haven't already.
Okay, with that being said, we know the draft coming up soon, and there's a lot of great players out there. Who do you think is the best QB in the draft? I know there's a nice amount that's going to go in the first round. Who do you think is the best and has the most potential?
Yeah, it's not like last year where, there's always quarterbacks that teams have to reach for because teams are so desperate. But there's many years when those quarterbacks don't necessarily deserve to be taken so high. This year, there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks so they're talented and worthy of it. I don't think you can really go wrong between Rosen and Darnold. I know that sounds like me riding the fence, but they're both probably going to go in the top 3 or top 5 to me. I guess I would lean a bit more towards Darnold. He's just a little bit more of just a touch more polished. I would say can make really tough throws, and his vision to me is just an edge up. But I keep using words like edge and touch, and there's really I think with Rosen as well, you're getting a guy who's really athletic, who's tall, a powerful deep arm. So to me, they're probably going to go 1-2, really. or 1 and 3rd. The Giants, I know that they've said that Eli Manning has something left, and Pat Shermer has said he has 2 to 3 years left. And if you really believe he has 3 years left, then it's tough to take a guy in the first round, right? But also, it's so rare you have a chance to take a top 3 quarterback. But and then Baker Mayfield, well, he could be a top 10 pick too. I mean, there's a whole thing about NFL talent evaluators think, if he's a certain that they want a quarterback to be a certain height, but there's so many examples of that just not meaning much. Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, these guys are smaller and they've had terrific careers. So, there's going to be a lot of promising quarterbacks out there, and there'll be sort of the next generation of quarterbacks as guys like Manning and Brees and Brady eventually sort of fade off.
All right. Before you go, man, we appreciate you coming on, but real quick, maybe in 30 seconds, who do you have?
Yeah, I got to go chalk here with the Patriots. I think the Eagles have the far more talented roster, but it's just the advantage that having Tom Brady gives you. It's always a steep advantage, and but I do think it's going to be a very close, tight game. So tight that I think the Eagles can cover.
All right, there you have it, my man, Mr. Sean Tomlinson, NFL analyst for Bleacher Report. Please let everyone know where they can find you and follow you, sir.
Yeah, I'm over on Bleacher Report. I've been an analyst there for a while, so come watch Super Bowl with me online, as it were, and we'll eat some wings and have some beer together.
All right, we appreciate you, Sean. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
What's good, family? I'm Marlon Sucker Free Jones, a Sucker Free Life LLC, and I'm locked in every Saturday to the best sports show on the planet, the 3-point conversion, with no team or players off limits. So let's talk sports, the best of the best, the worst of the worst, and everything in between. Can you dig that?
The following is what happens when you make the switch to Pennzoil Full Synthetic Motor Oils.
Hennessy Performance made the switch and broke the land speed record. Sonic boom, anyone?
Dodge switched to Pennzoil Full Synthetics and created the world's most powerful muscle car.
And this is what happened when Team Penske made the switch in their Indy cars.
We have another champion.
Make the switch to Pennzoil Synthetics at your local 7-Eleven.
Yes, we are back inside 3-point conversion sports lounge. Mr. Controversy, my man D City.
Yes, we back on.
And this next segment, What's on My Mind, is brought to you by Sucker Free. The next time you want to sport a sweater, man, we got sports apparel, hoodies, all of it, man. You got to check it out, man. Sucker Free life, live your truth for the world to see, because everyone can be sucker free. Purchase your apparel today exclusively at facebook.com/Sucker Free Life LLC. And so when we get to this next segment, before I get to talking, man, the Hall of Fame for the NFL comes out. Don't know what's going to happen. Like right now, let's be honest, the Hall of Fame is getting to the point where it's like must see because we want to know. You know what I'm saying? It's
Another
not
better pick to put T.O. in there. Should have been first ballot, man.
Man,
first ballot. They did him like that because of, I guess his relationship with the media.
Right? Yeah.
So
about it. No, I get you.
That's who vote for the Hall of Fame too, right? Like the media, isn't that?
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Matter of fact, I'm about to get into that. I think
I don't like that.
That's what I might go into because, like I said, this is that segment where we like to go ahead and talk. Get stuff off our chest. We're men, so we don't say it, but we get stuff off our chest. Stuff that's, been bothering us all week, man. Just things you don't understand, and I can't get. I don't. It's like I don't get it.
Yeah.
So this is what's on my mind. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, you have. And I'm gonna hit all of them: the NFL, MLB. Well, we'll hit the top three: MLB and the NBA. So, as we were just talking about, T.O. is up, Randy Moss is up, Ray Lewis is up. He's getting in. Urlacher's gonna be in there. Got a chance to be in there. So, and right now, it's to the point where it's like. Everybody I name is a Hall of Famer. It's no doubt that they're a Hall of Famer. But with the NFL Hall of Fame, it's like D said, you have the media voting. You got people who hadn't played football, who I could see if it was older football players that joined the media. No, you have these, and I'm part of the media. This is my family. This is my fraternity, but you have scrawny little guys that never played, don't know X's and O's, most of them don't, voting off their feelings. Just off their feelings. And like you said, we got players that should definitely be in. And I hear you all. Well, they're going to get in. No, that matters. It matters. Yes, they might not get a different amount of money or accolades as far as, whether going in the first time or the fourth or fifth. But yet still, to know that you're a first time ballot Hall of Fame, that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? That's your ego. That's a good feeling. And my thing is, we're putting stuff in, like with NFL, we put stuff in, or we use things that has nothing to do with on the field while we're putting it in. Now I can see if we had a rapist. I can see if we had somebody always in trouble with the law. I get that. But a guy like Terrell Owens and even Randy Moss. And Randy Moss really didn't really get in trouble. He wasn't, he was a hothead, but not like that. T.O., we saw what he did, but it didn't affect his play on the field. As a matter of fact, he had a beef with a quarterback, and it didn't affect them. They still balled out. So why is he not in the NFL? Go to the NBA. NBA, you can pretty much, if you had a great career, you get in first ballot. It's easy. But I think sometimes people get in. I understand Michael Jordan. Let me say this. Michael Jordan, Ewing, Reggie Miller. Okay, I get it. But you have some ones on a bubble, and I think they get in, and I think some of them get in easier than they should. And it's like, it's not right. Then you move to the MLB. MLB, they all about what they feel about you. And that's not right, man. That's not right. Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, all these guys should be in there. But what I don't get about the MLB is all these great players, all of these great players, and two people get in one time. Like, what? all of these great players, and you voted in too. Come on, they need to change that system. And I think right now, the Hall of Fame, they should have players being able to put their 2 cents and say, hey, I think this guy should get in. Or whether it's NFL, MLB, NBA, I mean not NBA, but basketball, I'm sorry, basketball or whatever. But I think that everybody should get, players, coaches, even, we'll say this, the people that are already in the Hall of Fame, whether it's pro football, pro basketball, or baseball, they should get a vote. Why not? And it doesn't make sense when they're not getting their vote, but we're depending on these scrawny little guys that never played the sport, that don't really know the sport. They just reports. And I think it's not right. That's what's on my mind.
Yeah, and then they mad at you because you wouldn't grant them an interview, so they decided to not put you in the hall.
Right.
And I want to touch on Barry a little bit, and it was the whole steroids era. But my thing with that is that, integrity, maybe it wasn't good, but they didn't break the rules at the time when they were using steroids. That's one thing. The other thing is, do we know what Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, people back then were doing? Like, what if they were on steroids? Like, we don't know. You know what I mean?
They were on that stuff.
Right,
That's
they were
what
on something, because even back in the day, they say pitchers did certain things with the ball. So, like, Barry Bonds was Hall of Fame anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, that's crazy there. So I'm talking about what's on my mind today. This week there was a death in the NBA, Rasul Butler. And based on what a lot of feedback was, he was a great person, and then everybody was saying he was loved. Everybody that ever kicked it with him always said that he was such a good person, and they enjoyed him. And I bring that up just to say, it's not even really sports related. I'm gonna use that as it because it kind of started me feeling this way. Love your people while they're here. We take people for advantage for them being here. We know they're gonna be here tomorrow. We know we're gonna see them or talk to them tomorrow. But that's not always the case. Me, myself, I've dealt with a lot of death in my family over the last few years. And it's big, man. So, I'm using this time to, have everybody, understand that tomorrow not promised. So love everybody hard. Talk to your people. Be there for your people. I talk to all my friends, Actually on Sundays, I kind of go through my Rolodex, calling people, having conversations with them, letting them know I'm all right, letting them know that they all right. And most people from the crib, Chicago, when we get off the phone, we got to kind of tell them, be safe, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen later on this week, or whether or not we're going to hear from them again. So, mine is not that long today. It's just, love your people, love them while they're here, as opposed to praising them while they're gone. Show love, be here for them. And that's pretty much it for me today.
It's funny you bring that up, because I was thinking about, all these players, the players that passed away. And the funny thing is, it's sad. And I get it. When Rasul Butler passed, like you said, a lot of people know who he is. So everybody is like, man, he was a good guy. He was this and that. But one thing you said that was key is, why don't we, and I'm going to tie it back, and this is for everybody, because you put everybody in, so I'm going to bring it back to sports. Why don't we take time to celebrate them while they are alive? Now, I understand when they're playing. I understand that it's hard to do so.
We take it for advantage.
But let's look at it like this. With baseball, I hated Chipper Jones. I hated Chipper Jones with a passion. Like, God, I hated Chipper. He used to kill us, the Cubs. But I hated Chipper Jones. But after he retired, I was able to say, man, that was a bad
player.
dude.
He was a bad man.
LeBron James, I hate.
But you gotta respect greatness,
right? But I wasn't a big, I've never been. And at first, before he went to Miami, it was more so. I just was never like that big on LeBron James. I knew he was a bad guy. Right. He was bad, but I mean,
he in Cleveland, he against the, and it's against the Bulls. Right. It's like so.
Yeah, and I was just even before he got to Miami. But when he got to Miami, that's when I started. I didn't like him because they were in our way. But still, even this year, I can say that I've learned to appreciate him more. Mm-hmm. And even I guess maybe because I covered, when they played here and they covered Cleveland, and got a chance to speak to him a little bit and see how cool he was. But even then, it was like, this is a bad guy. Larry Bird, I know a lot of people hated Larry Bird. People still hate Larry Bird, but they can tell you he's a bad guy. But it's funny because in sports, because you have, and that's what sports is about, that love-hate relationship. But throughout the love-hate relationship, you're really not able to enjoy. Right. You enjoy that relationship, but you're not able to enjoy what he did. You have to go back and be like, man, that dude was bad.
And I think what made me start, feeling some different type of way about LeBron is a lot of the things he do off the court, whether it's helping the community and, him leaving Miami and knowing what he did to his city and what it caused his city to come back, to do everything he doing for the kids, his social awareness, all of that type of things made me really, look at him in a different light. Not saying that I love him, you know what I mean? But, I got that. I do got respect for him and give him his greatness.
Right. Yep. So that's what it is. That's what's on our minds. Make sure you all stay tuned. We're going to come back with the Stop It segment. We'll be right back.
You are tuned into WWE Peakville, AM 1100.
The opinions expressed during the sponsored programs on this station are strictly those of the program hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of Beasley Broadcast Group, this station, its staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
Tune your radio.
Tune in.
Now.
You can tune into this radio station on any smartphone or tablet.
iPhone,
Android,
BlackBerry,
Nokia,
Samsung,
Windows phones,
or whatever you have. Download the free TuneIn app from your phone or tablet's app store.
Tune in with music, sports, news, and comedy.
From over 70,000 radio stations around the world, including this Beasley Broadcast Group station. Check it out at TuneIn.com.
Or your app store.
What's going on, world? This your boy Vincent J, aka the Fantasy Guru. And do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? It's time for the Stop It segment, right here on the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
No mercy. Don't let up on him. Go hard on him, Mr. Controversy. Hit him with the Stop It button.
All right, we are back inside the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge. It is time for the most infamous, the most famous Stop It segment. Let's go ahead and get it. All right, D, you up next. Or first, I should say. What you got, man? What's your Stop It moment for the week?
My Stop It moment, man, it's kind of big, a big situation. It starts with the Blake Griffin trade, but it ties back to the summertime when Chris Paul left the Clippers to force the trade to Houston.
Right.
But I think everybody forget 2 years ago they locked DeAndre Jordan in his home so that he wouldn't sign with Dallas. And then Chris Paul, CP3, decides to leave him after having him sign a big extension.
Right.
And now they trade Blake. And now DeAndre over there by himself. But they're supposed to have a chance to get LeBron James.
Right.
Hit me with that Stop
It.
Ain't no way. That's a dysfunctional organization. Yeah. He gonna leave one dysfunctional organization in Cleveland to go to an even worse one. Right. We thought for a minute after the whole Donald Sterling issue that they were getting better. We had a new owner. You had Doc over there. They were winning.
Right.
And look at them now. They about to go back to a laughing stock, man.
And I know DeAndre is heated. Unless, I feel you though. You're right. I just wonder if, like I say, we can't Dr. Jerry West.
I guess that's the only thing you can't.
Because
you can't.
He's like Archie Manning. You know, Archie Manning got that pull.
Yeah, with that
NFL.
being said, I think Doc Rivers gets a pass too much, man.
He does. My Stop It moment won't get a pass. So, if you all follow the 3 Point Conversion, make sure you do. But we reported it. Stephon Marbury came out and said that he believes that he belongs in a Hall of Fame. And this is why he said that. He said because of his numbers, and how he bridged the gap between China and USA countries in basketball.
Stop it. Stop it.
I know a lot of people might say, what? Let me break it down. First of all, your NBA numbers, okay, they're nice.
They're nice.
But you play like 6 seasons in the NBA, 6 or 7, something. You didn't play a long career like that.
I think at the most 8.
8, maybe.
Yeah.
But then, so you didn't have that downfall when Isaiah and all them players, last 2 years, they dwindles down their stats. You only made 2 All-Stars.
Right.
All-Star appearances. But then you want to bring up the China and USA. First of all, he said besides Yao Ming. I understand Yao Ming, but Yao Ming, all right, he got in.
I didn't agree with that one.
I didn't agree with that. But then, too, everybody in China's garbage. That's why you went up there and bought out. Yes, he got MVPs. Yes, he won championship rings. You can because they're garbage. And y'all said it. They're garbage in China.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
So what did you do, bruh? I could see you went to Lithuania or Croatia where they balling, they sending players over. How many China players we got in the league?
2 now, maybe 1 or 2.
My point, they're garbage.
And the ones that come over
are garbage.
Like they were supposed to be all this. Then when they get over to the NBA, it's like they garbage.
They're garbage. You know what I'm saying? So for him to say that and come out and yeah.
And what he said, he's saying the Naismith Hall of Fame, not the NBA Hall of Fame.
It's the basketball. That's what it is. But it don't matter because they're garbage in China. Who in China like that?
And bridge what gap? It's still a gap. It's gonna always be a gap.
We're not following China. We don't look at China.
Right.
Come on, bro.
Name another player in China.
Exactly. Right, my point. Exactly. My point. He better watch out because Uncle LeVar gonna come out there and start something out there. So he could do it.
Didn't he become a coach in Lithuania? I think he the coach.
Stop it.
Exactly.
Hey man, don't be doing Uncle LeVar like that, man. I don't be making moves.
He winning though, man. He winning. I ain't mad at him. He winning.
That's what we should follow. Everybody mad at Unc.
I
do too. Because he do, man. How did Joker end up the coach?
Yeah, he get talked about everywhere all day, and he there for his kids. That's what I love.
Right. And people, he get a flack. Oh, he's not raising it. Why? He's there for his children.
Right. Exactly.
He's making it easier. He's trying to make it easier and make if you didn't have the chance, like I said, if you didn't have the chance to do that, or you had the chance, wouldn't you try to lay out a great path for them?
And you know what I like that he always says, all the interviewers always ask him, you making it hard for your kids, blah, 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 blah. I like the fact that he always say, this is basketball. My kids can play basketball. And I think that's one of the things that he was saying when Lonzo get drafted. Right. If he don't do this, he was going to be a bum anyway. He's not a bum because I did all this antics off the court. He was going to come in here and be a bum anyway.
Right.
But he's not being a bum.
And see, man, but back to Stephon, you're not getting off that easy. I like Steph. Steph was a beast. To me, Steph is one of the hardest players to guard one-on-one.
His mistake was leaving KG, though.
Yep.
If they had to stay together.
Yeah, man. You just never know, man. That I'm with you.
Yeah.
So, all right, so that concludes our Stop It segment. We're going to take a quick break. Man, you have to join in. Call in 404-603-8770.
Call in, check us out.
I'm telling you,
questions or something.
This is about to be a big discussion right here because I don't think we're going to agree on this. So we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
Hey, this is Sean Tomlinson from the Bleacher Report, and you're listening to 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
Hey, what's going on, sports fans? It's your boy Damian Adams from The Real Deal with Damian Adams. Now, you can catch my show on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time here on the 3-Point Conversion Station. But for right now, I'm listening to the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge with my man, Mr. Controversy. Always keeping it real, always keeping it raw. I can't miss out on this on my Saturday mornings, so keep it locked to the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
We are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Talking smack, having a good time.
As always.
And make sure you check out the 3pointconversion.com. Your great articles, news, everything, man. When I tell you it's a great, it's a great, how should I put it? I just love the fact that we can put out these sports news, man, and we're on point. Shout out to our insider, LA Broadus. When I'm telling you, he's getting the news quicker.
Getting it out fast.
Before all of the major 4-letter networks.
Accurate,
on point. I'm talking about 30 minutes before it comes out. You like, nah, it's fake, and then it comes out.
Right.
Shout out to him. Make sure you check out our Facebook page, the 3-Point Conversion. Make sure you like it. Like I said, you'll get all the articles. We have debates in there. We have the quick news from LA. We have it all, man. We cover it all. Every sport you can think of, we cover it. Make sure.
Memes.
Yeah, everything. Make sure you check it out. Also, I want to give a big shout out to someone that is getting his haircut right now. Probably don't see me. Probably don't even think. Probably not even listening. But Mr. Jimmy, appreciate you for coming to the shop. I see you, sir. You don't see me, but I see you. Probably looking crazy right now. I see you. Shout out to Jimmy. But now, first I want to talk about these Hawks, man. This came out. D, I'm going to let you talk about that. He sent me a text. Talk about this, talk about what they said about Hawks. We were talking, and I want to talk about which player, we're in Atlanta, so we cover the Hawks. And, you look at players like Dennis Schroeder, maybe John Collins. And I asked, D, what player besides those two or players would you think about keeping?
At the time, I said probably nobody. To me, Dennis Schroeder is efficient. Not to say he's not a good player, because I think I told you last night, even when Jeff Teague was here and he came in, you saw the different play. It's a good player. But where they are and what they have to do, and I know he's still young, but they like starting over, like completely. And he's kind of stalled, a holdover from the previous regime, the previous team, Jeff Teague them, Paul Millsap them. So and as of last night, one of the biggest reports were nobody on the Hawks is untouched. Nobody. Man. So anybody can get traded. So if you come with something nice, you could have them. But you got to think about it though. What team would trade for Dennis Schroeder then? And are you giving up a high first-round pick for him?
This is why I don't think it's not right and it's not fair to Dennis, because, and I call him AKA ain't scared. Just the fact that he's not a superstar. He's not going to be the guy that leads your team to a playoff. He's your main focus. He's not that. He wasn't picked up to be that.
But that's what he's doing now.
Right.
In
and
Atlanta.
Yeah, and he's averaging over 20, 6 assists, 5 to 6 assists. And he plays hard. Like, he wants to win.
Every play.
Talking to him personally, he wants to win. You should see him on the sidelines. Like, watch a game, you will see him. Diving for balls, that's just who he is.
Mm-hmm.
The Hawks is just, and it's a difference between saying tanking. People want to say they're tanking. But I think when you rebuild, you have to, that's part of it. We're going to rebuild, so we're getting rid of everything. We're purging.
And that's what I was telling you, about the Mirotic deal. That's why I'm kind of happy for. Like, he was kind of hurting our tanking season.
Right,
He
right.
come back up there.
Yeah, the Bulls start playing well. But I think that's going on with the Hawks. It was to the point, I remember the first game I went there and I was over there covering. I'm like, all right, let me get a little video in. And it was a whole bunch of people on the court. And I'm just like, dang, I don't know who was the ball boy or who was the coach. Like, I couldn't tell. Like, I know him now, but so, I mean, I just think it's a difference between people say a lot of teams tank, and they do, but that's part of it. The whole purpose is to purge, have a horrible team because you're starting over. I don't want these good players.
But see, my thing with that is then they fire the coach. You know what I mean? Like, while you're going through your rebuild, while you tanking, you fire the coach. Like, you knew y'all was going to be losing 50 games a year, 60 games a year, and you're going to fire the coach? Like, not saying Mike is on the hot seat or, heard anything or nothing like that. But, he go from being a 3, 4, 5 seed, 4 or 5 seed consistently. Now they the worst team in the league record-wise right now.
Right.
And, like, is this going to be his fault? You know what I mean? Like, if they fire him or this happens, is this his fault? No, it's not. It's what the GM and the owner was doing. So you can't blame the coach for that.
No, you can't. So, now, we look at James Harden right now. James Harden, everybody's talking. He put up the 60 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds.
That was crazy.
Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Then you look at Durant is leading his team right now, one of the leaders, but leading his team playing defense, balling, still top 3 maybe. But then Westbrook, this guy's averaging a triple-double again.
Crazy. Had another one last night.
Yeah, had another one last night. Yeah. So Houston had all these players at one time.
Oklahoma City.
I mean, I'm sorry, Oklahoma City had one of these players, have all of these players at one time, right?
$6 million.
Just $6 million was the difference in keeping Harden. But either or, this would have been the best, probably big 3 ever, I think.
Yes. Point guard, a 2 that can play point guard, and then a 7-footer that can shoot from anywhere.
Exactly. So, because Boston's big 3,
they were older at
the time. Paul Pierce was maybe kind of still had a little bit enough where he was in his prime.
He was about 92, though.
Yeah, but Kevin Garnett, though, they were a little past their time. In Miami, at the time, Wade was still maybe a top 5 player. He was a top 5 player, maybe the number 2 shooting guard in the league.
But the year he came back from the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
like
but he was still there. But he had 2 years.
Yeah.
LeBron was maybe the best, but either or, Bosh wasn't top 5.
Top 10, probably.
Golden State. Kevin Durant, top 5. Curry, top 5. Clay is not top 5. No. I mean, he's good, though. Draymond's not.
I'm not sure I put
top
Curry
20
in my top 5.
I don't either, but I'm saying at that time.
Right, yeah.
When he broke out.
73 and 9.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So,
and it's 2 MVP.
My point is saying all this, and again, you can call in at 404-603-8770. My point is saying this is the fact that who do you say is the best player out of all? Who's the best player out of 3?
For
right
me,
now? Yes.
I got to go with Durant.
Tell me why.
Offense, we know what he brings on offense. He a problem. He's 7 feet. He can shoot from anywhere. He can dribble, control the ball. He can make the right pass. He can go to the rim and finish over the best of them. But I think this year what did it for me is what he's doing on the defensive end. You know what I mean? He's focusing on defense more. He's making it more of an effort to focus to defense. And I think what helps him with that is because he doesn't have to put so much effort in on the offensive end because he has so much help. Right. So I think that's one of the biggest things. As far as Harden, I said it the other day, he's the best offensive player in the game. Hands down. He get wherever he want on the court. The moves he make, the shots he take, it's ridiculous. And it's like he take his time when he doing it. It's not like he super fast or, he got a ridiculous first step, but right. he's like a surgeon.
Right.
You know what I mean? When he hooping and he's on that offensive end, he's like a surgeon.
Right.
Westbrook, of course, triple-double, but Westbrook kind of selfish to me, even though he averaging the triple-double. And that's hard to say it like that, you know what I mean? Because you are averaging 10 assists, but it's just, I don't know.
All right, man. I got to stop you. Why? See, everybody say that. People, but I don't understand. To me, when you're selfish is worried about your stats. I think that's just the dog in him. Because think about it. That's why Ike and Kobe rock with him.
Right. And he got that.
And then think about it, though.
Nobody in NBA got
but think
no more.
about it. People said Mike was selfish. We know he wasn't.
Right.
People said Kobe was selfish. When you think in the long run, he's not. He just wanted to win.
Right.
Russ is that guy that just wants to win. To me, he's that guy that I'll do anything it takes for us to win. And right now, I have to be that because they remember in the beginning of the season, he started out, he wasn't passing. He was trying, and they told him, no, we need you to be that Russ that we know.
What you've been. Right.
The reason why I'm not going with Durant is because as good as Durant is, if you take all three, and we saw Harden and we saw Westbrook they had it last year. But if you give Durant a bogus team like they had last year, they might go to the playoffs. They might. He's not that guy that's going to will a team and put him on his back. He's never been that guy that he did it in the playoffs that year. Mm-hmm. We thought, that's when we saw, man, this dude is awesome. But
he was with Golden State.
No, he was with when they beat San Antonio. Yeah. But he's not that guy that can say, all right, y'all come on me, y'all follow me. That's not him. Harden is a beast. And Harden took a team to the Western Conference Finals. Now, of course, LA Clippers was hurt.
Olay on defense. He got the red, like
right.
the board. The red, you got the red thing.
But he got better. And some people can't play defense.
And I saw him the other day. He's playing defense.
He's playing better defense.
Right, he's putting forth an effort.
But when you think about Russ is that guy. He's going to play defense. He's going to attack. He's making better plays as far as assists.
That's a fact.
He's going to rebound, and not just let me get the point, let me get the stats. No, because it's right there. Let me get the rebound and take off.
Right. I guess another reason I may have looked at him, or other people may look at him like that, because he's the point guard, as opposed to Mike being the 2, Kobe being the 2. Like, their job is to what? Score. That's it. That's all. And I guess sometimes when I'm watching Westbrook play, and I see some of the fast breaks he's on, or some of the decisions he's making at that point in time, that's when I'll be like, yeah, Russ, you probably should have passed, or you should have did this. But, as you were stating, he got that they don't have in the NBA no more.
He got the dog.
That dog that Kobe and
and to me, Durant doesn't have that.
Yeah, I don't think nobody in the NBA got it.
But what I like about Harden, though, Harden is the guy that Harden is moving into that realm where now I'll do whatever I need to. He's getting to where he's making a smart play.
He had a 60-point triple.
That was crazy. That was crazy. But it's just, to me, right now, when you talk about all three, Durant is not that guy that you can put a team on. As great as he is, he's not that guy, man.
And to be honest, I guess you did say it and proved it. It's been proven. He couldn't do it by himself. Russ came. Then he left, and he's over there with them. Harden by himself until, Chris Paul came.
Right.
I mean, he didn't do good that last game of the playoffs last year.
Right.
And, we know what Russ did.
Yeah. And, got him to the playoffs, man. I don't think Durant could do it. Now.
And nobody thought they were going to make the playoffs last year.
Now, a different question.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you take to start your team, though? And I'm not saying like just to be the sole leader and have garbage teams, just to start your team.
To start your team with.
Who would you take? Come on, man.
Maybe Harden. Probably Harden, just because it's offensive prowess. And Harden or Westbrook. I probably wouldn't go with Durant because I think he can score as he scores, but again, like you was just talking about, Russ having that dog and Harden's offensive game and everything else he brings on the offensive end. And as you're saying, we're building a team. So what he lacks, you're going to pick somebody else up around the team that's going to be able to, take care of what he lacks. Who you starting your team with?
I'll probably go with I'm going to shock you.
You're going to say Durant.
I'm probably go with Durant. Just because, and remember, this is building a team. The reason why I would go with Durant is because now I can get the right players around him. Because if you have the right players around Durant, it's hard to stop. I mean, this dude, all of them you can't stop. But this dude, 7 feet, he can rebound. He's playing better defense, like you said. He doesn't necessarily have to. If he has help, he can be that guy. But if it's just we're starting the team off, he's not going to be that guy.
Well, you ain't going to build no Golden State.
No, I'm not building Golden State, but I can build. I can have a decent point guard. I can have another scorer. Have a big man. So the focus doesn't have to be on Durant to do everything, but because he can do a lot of those things, not everything, he'll really come out.
Right.
I mean, you got this guy that can't be guarded, that's playing better defense. I mean, he's a nightmare for coaches. How do you guard this guy? Okay. How do you play against him? You can't. I mean, you know, I like Harden. I like Westbrook. I mean, true enough, I would start any of them with Westbrook. I mean, Westbrook, Harden, or it doesn't matter. But I just think with Durant, if you give him a decent point guard, a nice point guard that can get, like, say if he had a Rajon Rondo. If he had a Rajon Rondo
with Durant
and a big man that give you 13 points and another scorer,
which
guy.
Rajon Rondo? The one in
Boston.
Right.
The one in Boston.
Okay, yeah.
Who, I mean, bruh, he's scoring 35 points a game, but you know he's clutch.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, he's clutch. He can do it all. So why not go with Durant?
Definitely. Now, so let me take it a little further. In the NBA, who would you start your team with?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just talking about not just between
them
three.
LeBron.
Just open it up. At this point in his career?
Yeah, I still take him.
You still take him?
Take LeBron. I got to. Why wouldn't you take LeBron at this point and you look at a guy that could do it all?
Because he got 3 to 5 left, maybe.
True, but even if LeBron still, as bad as Cleveland is playing, LeBron, I'm still getting to the finals.
If we can take shenanigans away and how they may act on the court, off the court, I think I might ride with Boogie, man.
Can I get a stop it segment?
Man, Boogie is a dog.
Come on, man.
Boogie a dog.
Stop it.
Thank you. Why would you go with Boogie? Tell me why you would go with Boogie. You got
to hit the three. Can't nobody stop him down low. Nobody.
True.
And he can pass.
Without the shenanigans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Without the shenanigans, without the locker room, the texts, because we've been saying this for years.
Yeah.
If you could take all that away, man, Boogie, maybe even AD, but it's a lot of ways you can go.
So somebody just hit me up. Frank, shout out to Frank from the barbershop. He requested to stop it also. So
stop it.
That's for you, Frank. I can't. I don't know, man. I hear you. Without the shenanigans,
and he hitting the three like he was hitting the three before he got hurt.
So let me ask you, who would you rather take? Would you take Anthony Davis? You would take him over Anthony Davis?
So I wasn't just all right. So like that, I wasn't just saying, but I'm putting stuff out
right,
there.
Okay.
Out in the
you just saying, I see what you're saying.
Right,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
but that's the question though. Would you?
I don't know if Anthony Davis got that dog, man.
True.
I don't know if he got the talent. We know he got the talent because he from the crib. He grew 7 inches in one summer. So 1 minute he was a point guard or a 2 guard, and he had to go to a center. So we know he can dribble, he can shoot. But I don't think he got that. I don't know if he got the dog in him, man. Like we know Boogie got the dog in him. You remember he waited on Kevin Durant. Remember they had that little issue after the game. He would have sat in front of him while he talking to the media.
Right.
You really want some problems, bro?
Right.
Katie act like he ain't even see him, man.
Man, don't get me started with that. But I guess you're right. I mean, but Anthony Davis, though, he don't have that dog in him. I mean, he doesn't. But like I said, best player out of those 3, I'm going Westbrook. Who would I start? I'm going Durant. You say Durant is the best player out of all those 3, but you're going Harden. Yeah. So, like I said, it depends on how you want to start your team. That's the way it goes. Mm-hmm. Great discussion, man. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to give the Super Bowl just a little bit of love.
Just a little
We'll be right back.
Just a little bit.
Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green, the iconic cleaning formula known around the globe. Try a Simple Green product today, and if you're not 100% satisfied, I'll refund your money. Visit us at simplegreen.com.
Simple Green. Tune your radio.
Tune in.
Now.
You can tune in to this radio station on any smartphone.
This your boy Marcus Banks to the Big Three of the Ghost Ballers. You listening to the Sports Lounge with my main man, Mr. Controversy.
Sit back with me, the baseball antagonist. Pull up your favorite chair, grab a drink, and listen as Mr. Controversy helps us relax with his sports knowledge in the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge, right here on the 3-Point Conversion Station.
Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge, heating it up, telling the truth, shaming the devil. That's how we always do.
You know it.
Hey, make sure y'all check me out on Instagram at Controversy Raphael. Go ahead and give me your Instagram.
Check me out on Instagram, Kane_Shot_City, and also on Facebook, just Dennis Pendleton.
Right. And then on Facebook, Controversy Raphael. And make sure you check out Facebook page, the 3-Point Conversion. Also, go ahead and join Club Level Sports. That's by the 3-Point Conversion. That's where all of our debates in, man.
And debates be good too, man. And get everybody's opinion. Yeah. We kick it off too. We make some good questions, some good comments, and it's always a big long conversation.
We do live threads during the game. Everybody's in there joining in. Shout out to two cousins. First, Wynell Goodwin. What up, cuz? Then my cousin, my man Glass. What up, cuz? You gotta call in, man. Get on this action, bro. We do it. We do live threads for NFL playoffs, basketball, Globe Awards.
Whatever, everything. We do it all.
We be having live threads for everything.
Soccer, whatever you want, we're doing it. It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
Grammys, the presidential when Trump had to come in. Yeah, the State of the Union. We did a live thread for that.
Clapping. Every 2 minutes, all you heard was
right.
Every 2 minutes. Like, dude, what's this, a pep rally?
Right. Anyway, man. So this Sunday, breaking news: the Super Bowl will be playing this Sunday, and you have we had Philadelphia Eagles, the Dogs going up against, as my guy Ab Stanley, senior writer, shout out to Ab, says the duo, the Patriots. Everybody is rooting for the Eagles. Almost everybody, I understand. I am too, but I'm rooting just mainly for the underdogs, I guess, whatever. Philly's a cool team. You know what I'm saying? I like them, I like Brady, though. I'm a fan of Brady's. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a fan of Brady's, because Brady a G. I don't care what y'all. He's a G, so I like that.
Ball out.
But I want to ask you, is there any way, or not is there any way, how will the Eagles come in and beat the Patriots?
I think it's two big keys to that. I think on the defensive end, they front four need to get pressure. If they can get the pressure without having to blitz and leaving their cornerbacks and their safeties out on an island, I think that would be very, very good and go towards them winning. And it also depends on which Gronk shows up. He's been out with the concussion protocol. He just got cleared the other day, so we know he's going to play. But, based on that, he's maybe one helmet hit away from, coming out. So you don't know what that may, turn out to be. I think that's what they need to do on the defensive end. On the offensive end, I think they need to let Nick Foles be Nick Foles. And I think they've done a great job of that since Wentz has been out. The first week, I think they didn't really – know what to do, how to do it, or whatever the case may be. But now they're letting Nick Foles be the Nick Foles that he is. And I think as long as they can continue that, and if they defense front four can do what they need to do without, again, leaving their cornerbacks out there on the island and their safeties on the island, I think that they will have a great shot at winning.
I think what they have to do is attack the middle. They have to attack the middle. To me, I think that's where the Patriots are not and I'm talking about as far as like linebackers in the passing game. If you attack the middle, Eagles like doing slants and everything. Now, Belichick knows that, so he's going to have a game plan for that. For the most part, I say attack the middle. When and not even just go up the middle, but attack like their linebackers to make them run wide, run to the sidelines. When you looked at Jacksonville, they were throwing little dump offs in the middle or slants, and they were getting 8 yards. And then they'd throw a little out to like a tight end, 6-7 yards. They're going to stop the run, but if you keep running the ball, you can get them. And attack them deep. That's one thing Jacksonville didn't do as much, was attack them deep. I know they have 2 good cornerbacks, but Patriots are not crazy like that in the secondary. Their names are good, but for the most part, you can go deep on them, switch it up. And with having a big guy like Alshon can come down with it. But if you attack them in the middle, man, make them linebackers run, make them linebackers earn their right to be called a Super Bowl champ if they get it. I think that's where their weakness is. Now, on the defensive end, of course, easy is, like you said, they got to get to the quarterback. But they got to do all. They just got to be 4. But I wouldn't be afraid to blitz either. Throw it in the blitz. Now, it can't be every play.
Right, because he gonna
tear you up. He's going to tear you up with the running backs and everything.
The slants
but give them that surprise look. They don't have Jim Johnson as the defensive coordinator like they used to.
And you got to disguise it, because he was great at disguising.
You didn't know where they were
together.
Right, you didn't know where they were coming from.
Because if Tom Brady, it's.
But do you think? Are we giving it to the Patriots because of experience?
Yeah. I think that's why most people are giving it to him, because based on everything, I think all of us can probably agree that Philly has the best talent, but talent don't always win. Even before the Jacksonville game, we were talking about it, that if New England wins, it's probably going to be because of their experience. They've been here before. Jacksonville hadn't been there. This was new for them. And in the end result, why did New England win? Because of experience, because of Tom Brady knowing what to do. So I think that's where a lot of even people that's saying that the Patriots are going to win probably are looking at it like that, because they this is what they do. And again, this is Philly, first time? So this bright lights, baby, this game time.
But Philly's a better offensive team than Jacksonville. They're not as great defensively, but they have a great defense.
Great.
So they can come in, and because the experience part was, to me, the coaching. At the end, Jacksonville nutted up. It got tense. When Brady got that touchdown to be down by 6 or whatever it was, or 5, I forgot what it was, but they got nervous. You could tell the coach clammed up, and everybody else did too. Right. I think because they have players, they won't make that mistake.
They got veterans. They got a lot of veterans too. Even Chris Long, they got him.
But think about it. Who else been to the Super Bowl on the Eagles? Nobody except for
but they just got experienced
Long.
players, not necessarily.
Long went. Yeah, but that's it. But they do have experienced players, and I've always say, experience doesn't matter when it comes to the players. Maybe the quarterback, maybe. But players,
it matters on the coach.
The coach is where it matters. But players, you're playing the game.
Right.
You might be nervous the first
and then
quarter.
I think that's what's going to be the key, too. When them lights come on at first, they might be a little shook. This is Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. But then they're going to be, man, I'm playing football. I've been doing this since I was 7 years old.
Just play. Just play, and that's what it is.
And sometimes that not having that experience and that bright light coming on, you play differently, which is, better. You play more, more energy, more excited because you're here for the Super Bowl. You might not be here again.
Right.
So, man, I'm expecting actually a good game.
Because think about it. If you look at all of the Patriots' wins, except for the first one against the St. Louis Rams, when they knew the St. Louis Rams playbook, besides that, every team they played, they knew the playbook. They knew it. They had the game. Matter of fact, I think somebody was watching the game film while the Super Bowl was going on. All right, they're about to do it. Oh, yeah, this is the – so – but besides that Super Bowl, Every other Super Bowl they played in, except for the Giants, the second year of the Giants, no one had experience.
Oh, that's a fact.
And every team except for the Giants clammed up.
That's a fact.
Because you have some guy named Eli.
And but people, man, y'all better give Eli his respect, man. Y'all better give Eli his respect. Ain't nobody ain't saying he paid him, but he ain't no slouch, man. He ain't no slouch. He had a great defense, but he did what he needed to do, man. Give him his respect, man.
Right. And Donnell Thomas from Facebook Live said he did. Malcolm Jenkins won a chip with the Saints.
Oh, that's big because he's an integral part of their team. He comes off as a leader to me. I'm sure he's a leader in that locker room.
Right. So that's big. Yeah.
Good shout out, Donnell. Good shout out.
I forgot about that. For that. But yeah, they haven't played anyone with experience. So the key basically for this whole game is don't clam up.
That's it.
If you're the coach.
That's it. And that's big. But I for what I get from Peterson is I don't see that happening. I don't see him clamming up. I can't say I'm happy that Minnesota and Jacksonville game. That would I'm excited for this Super Bowl.
This is better than that. Right. But see, and Belichick I think has that. You ever watch the what's that movie, The Water Boy? And remember when that coach would show up? Remember the coach for
he got shook every time.
Every time he look at the coach, he'd like hide. And that's what other coaches do when they see Belichick. When Belichick put that hood on, it's a wrap.
You get shook like it's a unicorn or something. You don't know what to do. You know what I mean?
So they can't do that, man. And I think if they stay true to their game, now you have to make some adjustments. I understand that, but not the adjustments where let's play it safe.
Or let's not play our game.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to play your game.
You can't,
Speaking of Belichick, he do what he want. I think they asked him something about during an interview about an injury or something about like he just didn't say nothing. He
just looked that up.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. That's the thing I love about Belichick is the fact that Belichick is going to make you dictate to him, and that's a Super Bowl team. That's a Super Bowl coach. That's a Super Bowl mentality. Yeah. We don't dictate to you all.
Yeah, you dictate to us.
Yeah, and that's the problem. So,
and like you saying, with that being said, that's what Peterson can't do.
Right.
He can't dictate to them. Play your game, and man, y'all did it all year.
Did it all year, and I think they have the assets, man. Like you said, Foles. I don't think Foles has ever been scared. You got to remember, we talk about when he was in St. Louis, he had a coach named Jeff Fisher, who ruined every quarterback's career. Yeah, except for McNair. But I think McNair could have been better.
That's because it was McNair. McNair.
But he could have even been better.
He could have. He's so overrated, man.
Yeah, but you look at Nick Foles, I think he's not scared. And then I like his wide receiver.
And they got a 3-head running back.
Yeah, they got a 3-head running back that all are good. Yeah. You have the receivers. You have a possession receiver who can even go deep and catch big balls and outshine.
Yeah, Jobby ain't that his name, Jobby?
Yeah.
He was a number 1 in Miami before he got
the running back. Right.
There.
So they have everything. Yeah. Jacksonville didn't have that. You had a rookie running back, but no receivers. Blake Bortles, who played well.
But he's Blake Bortles.
And they didn't have anybody to where you can say, all right, man, this is.
When it came down to this drive for the game, they didn't have nobody where you like, hey, this. Speaking of Nick Foles, what you think happens with him next year?
Shoot, we do like Sean. Oh, they got Wentz. I was about to say maybe they look at Kirk Cousins. No, just everybody looking at Kirk Cousins.
Everybody looking at Kirk now.
But you gotta if he's on I don't know if he's a free agent or not. I have to check, but if he is, if he wins, or even if he plays well. He got to get a starting job.
If he don't lose.
Yeah.
I guess right.
Right.
If he don't lose the game.
He has to get a starting job.
Yeah, I would agree. And there's some spots where
he has to get a starting job.
I think like our correspondent said earlier, Cousins to the Cardinals would be sick.
Yeah. So if he goes to the Cardinals, Nick Foles, if they don't get a rookie,
Broncos.
I would still bring him in. Go to Broncos or go to the Jets. I'm looking at the Jets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, why not? But anyway, y'all make sure y'all check it out. Super Bowl 52. We will see what happens. I will be watching. I thought about taking my wife out, but I'm going to watch the game.
And we're going to speak on it next week, too.
Right. You know how we do. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back for the Next Level series. We'll be right back.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
Okay, so where do more Americans turn first in the morning to start their day? Go on, tell them, Robin.
Good morning, America.
George.
Good morning, America.
Lara.
Good morning, America.
So, take it from Robin.
Put some good in your morning.
With ABC's Good Morning America.
Sit back with me, the baseball antagonist. Pull up your favorite chair, grab a drink, and listen as Mr. Controversy helps us relax with his sports knowledge in the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge, right here on the 3-Point Conversion Station.
Yes, we are back.
Yeah, we're back in the building, y'all.
Inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge, Mr. Controversy here. D-City over there to my right. We got people listening in. Appreciate your support. Shout out to Warren, Seneca's Barbershop. He surprises and he wasn't there at 6 in the morning and still waiting. He's smart. I don't know if he got a... I don't know how long he's going to be there, though. I don't know if he made that appointment. But shout out, Warren. What up, baby? All right. So, this next segment is called the Next Level Series. And this is a series where we have, we cover the Tropical Bowl, but also just with all college players, and particularly football right now. And we got these players trying to get to the next level. And we do stories on these players, and we have them come on. I mean, it's some great stories, man, from where they come from, their journeys. And this is our way of giving back. We put them on. We try to give them as much exposure as they can get, as we can give them. And this week, we have a special guest. We have a guy that is an HBCU student.
Yes, sir.
That went to Benedict College. My man, wide receiver, beast too, Mr. Okechi Intiyasawe. I hope I said it correctly. What up, Okechi?
Yeah.
I say that?
What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, you said it right.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, you've been working on that.
Nah, he just told me.
I'm doing all right. What yourself?
We're good, man. We're good. First of all, man, I know you say you're doing all right and all that, but no, how are you doing, man? You have a chance right now. I know you're working out and everything, but this is a big time in your life right now, man. I mean, you have a chance to get to the next level. Like, what is your mindset right now?
Well, really, the main thing I'm focused on is just making sure my body is prepared for that moment. Because even though, all this hype going on, I still got a long way to go to reach my goal. And so I haven't lost focus or sight of that at all.
Yeah. And, I know right now that, like I said, you focusing on that and making sure, you're good and everything. But what I want you to tell everybody is, you went to Benedict College and HBCU, you're a wide receiver, but talk about how you view the wide receiver position.
Basically how I started playing it?
Just how you view, I'm just saying, just your view on the wide receiver position, because everybody has their own opinion. They think it's just run routes and that's it. But talk about the way you view it, and I guess a little insights that everybody else don't know about it.
Well, the wide receiver position is very, is very important to the offense because, for one, the teams that have good pass offense, they usually have good wide receivers, and the teams that have good running offense, they got good wide receivers as well because they know how to block the perimeter and stuff. So, if you have those type of teams who run perimeter, run plays, and it's basically because the receivers block pretty good and stuff. So, the blocking aspect of it and the route running aspect of it and the catching ability, all that ties into one. So you just can't be one without the other. Really, that's what describes a receiver: blocking, catching, route running, and be able to get separation and stuff like that. So, and it just the more you perfect that craft, the better you'll be at receiver. So, yeah, it's my favorite position.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Catch it, this D. How you feeling today, bro? You say you good, right?
Yep, feeling good.
That's what's up. I want to know, explain to the, the people that's listening. Tell me what's your best attribute.
My best attribute is probably my hands. I'm an all hands catcher. I've just been coached to catch my hands rather than any other part. And then also the way I adjust the ball, like my ball skill, and then the way I can get separation at the last minute before the ball actually touches my hand. So like, you may be right there with me, but I can get that last minute separation. I feel like I just need that ball in that spot where nobody else can get it but me.
Right, and we saw that at the Tropical Bowl. I mean, that's what made us, we was like, man, who is this guy? D came to me, was like, look, hey, I got to get this guy,
catching everything.
And once again, we're here live with Okechi. I can't even say your last name again, bro. But Intiasaway. Yeah, Okechi Intiasaway. And this is the Next Level series. Now, talk about like how you fell in love with football. Like, when was you introduced and how did you fall in love with football?
Well, basically, I remember the first time I actually started like catching a football was 5th grade. We was playing a game called Jackpot. You just throw it up in the crowd and call out, Jackpot, and whoever catches it, they win the jackpot. And so I really didn't get into organized football until 7th grade, and that was really because of my brother. Because like my parents, I don't think they wanted me playing it at the time because I was like a little thin at the time. so my brother really influenced me to play it, and from there I was just learning the game. Like each year, I just started knowing more and more about the game because, where my parents from, it's not really popular in Nigeria. So like, you had to watch a lot of film and watch a lot of other people play it and just learn the system.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. And I know you finished up with the Tropical Bowl. Like, what are you doing now during this period of time to make sure you stay in shape?
During this point in time, right now, I'm enrolled in the performance enhancement program. It's 4 days a week. It's 2 hours a day, and I'm just making sure all my pro tangible like skills are like it's all up to par, so that the number side of it will look good.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like any scouts coming by, it just look the part, not just the film, but my attributes as well.
Now you got to be careful when you say performance enhancement because the first thing I heard was what you messing with performance.
No,
I was messing with you. I
don't think nothing like that.
I was just messing with you, man.
It's all hard work.
That's like saying the word free. We hear free. We don't hear nothing else but free.
Free. So, that's it. Just free.
I'm just messing with you, man. All right. So who is your favorite wide receiver, and who do you, if it's not your favorite, what wide receiver do you take from or you learn from in the NFL right now?
That's a hard question. It's all a mix because when I was trying to learn the position myself, I was really watching people like, I think it started off with Randy Moss, and then started watching A.J. Green. He's a South Carolina veteran. DeAndre Hopkins, and like just a lot of people who not really the fastest, but they got like, skills to ball skill and separation skills. And well, Randy Moss was fast, but as far as him, just A.J. Green, Calvin Johnson, and DeAndre Hopkins. But I learned a lot of my skills from DeAndre Hopkins and A.J. Green because they're from South Carolina. So I like to watch. I like to watch South Carolina people.
Quick question. Put you on the spot. All of them. Who is the best wide receiver? Who you think is the best wide receiver? Not
right now in the game.
Yeah, right now in the game. Who's the best wide receiver?
Man, I'm gonna have to go with DeAndre.
That's what I'm.
I got
beast.
And he doing it. He did it last year without after Watson got hurt. He still was putting up ridiculous.
How many quarterbacks?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, how many quarterbacks has he played with that's been garbage, and
And
he's still putting up numbers?
100 balls a year.
Yeah, like
That's what I'm saying. He done dealt with about 4 different quarterbacks last year.
Yeah.
And I think 3 this year, ain't it?
Yeah. He always playing with 3 or 4 every season. That's what he does. I mean, he's used to it. So yeah, that's sick, man. So before we let you go, man, everybody has to go through some adversity. You've been through it and everything, but
right
when you look at it all and you look where you are right now, I mean, just if you can give it to us just in a minute. Just how do you – I understand you want to be humble and everything. That's fine. But right now, I just want you to be truthful and just talk about what it is, man, to be in this position. Like, really. Because you gave us the political correct answer. I'm good, man. It's just – no. Just tell us, man, how do you feel, like, right now? What is it like being here right now?
I just look at it as a blessing because, I mean, it's plenty of things that could have stopped me from getting to this point. And I just feel like I was chosen by God to just get to this point. So I just pray for these type of things, and so it's all a blessing for me. And,
right.
And I'm gonna keep praying so I can see more. That's how I feel.
That's what's up, man. And you hear stuff like that. They see me on Facebook Live. You had your eye open. Right. You get that lump in your throat. But you swallow that lump, you're going to cry. So, But no, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Real quick, man, give a quick shout out to anybody you want to.
I'm going to give a shout out to my mama, my dad, my brother Obina, and my sister Ogechi. And I'm going to give a shout out to everybody, the Benedict family. I'm going to give a shout out to my girlfriend and everybody from the 803 who's been behind my back. And that's pretty much everybody.
That's what's up, man. Let them know that you're on Facebook. they can see it on Facebook. I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link also, man. So you could they can listen to it. They're not listening live right now. They could also go back and listen to it. But appreciate you, Okechi. You got the number, man. Anything the 3-point conversion can do to help as far as exposure, we got you. Just let us know. Everybody's rocking with you, not just a 3-point conversion, but people who's listening for the show. Everybody's rocking with you, man. So much love and respect.
Man. Appreciate that.
And we'll holler at you, man. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back.
Tune your radio.
Tune in.
Now.
You can tune in to this radio station on any smartphone or tablet.
iPhone.
Android.
BlackBerry.
Nokia.
Samsung.
Windows phones.
Or whatever you have. Download the free TuneIn app from your phone or tablet's app store.
Tune in with music, sports, news, and comedy.
From over 70,000 radio stations around the world, including this Beasley Broadcast Group station. Check it out at TuneIn.com.
Or your app store.
What's up? This is Anthony Hamilton, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion.
Yes. This is that time where we have to leave you. But before we leave you, got to give a couple of shouts out. And real quick, shout out to Anthony Hamilton. People hear that and they don't think it's Anthony Hamilton, the singer. It's the Anthony Hamilton, the singer, bro. It is. I've said this before. It's your first time hearing it. I said before, he tried to do R&B with it and sing it. I told him, bruh, it ain't that type show. I mean, he tried to be smooth, bruh. It's a sports show. But shout out Hamilton, man. I appreciate you, man. Let me know when you want me to come, do the show and everything. But anyway, shout out to Almighty God, man. Appreciate you, God, for keeping me sane through a crazy week.
Yeah, it was a long one.
I appreciate God for keeping me sane and giving me this platform, man, to do what I do, man. Get on here and to talk junk, to make you all happy, upset, mad, want to give me the stop it button, give me a chance to talk.
Stop it.
Talk to Jerry Jones. You know,
Thank you, Raphael.
See, there you go. Appreciate you, Jerry. But I thank God. Also, like to thank my engineer, Sean. Appreciate you, man. Also, my co-host, D-City.
Absolutely. Shout out, of course, Sean, engineer doing his things. Of course, my co-host, Raphael, giving me this platform also. Definitely the almighty up top for giving us this another day to be here. Shout out to all my friends and family. Been getting a lot of people, a lot of positive remarks. Everybody listening to the show, putting their other friends on. You know, all my friends and family listening, telling their friends to listen. We appreciate it. Love y'all, and man, we just trying to be great and have a platform and try to do something special, man. And I think that we both can agree. We coming with something special for y'all.
Yep. And I want to thank my family, Mrs. Controversy, my wife, beautiful wife, my family and friends, and everybody who listen live, man. We thank Antoine Smith sticking with us. I see you, Smitty Christopher, just joined. Appreciate you, sir. Ben Sutter. Who else? Mike. Jamel Brown. I can't mention you all, man, but y'all know who y'all are, man. I appreciate Syndicate's Barbershop for always being there, supporting us. Sucker Free, Marlon Jones, Sucker Free. Appreciate them. And everybody, like I said, same time next week. First of all, make sure y'all check out the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be better than what y'all think it is. You know, and if it's not, we're going to blame the engineer, Sean. But anyway, we're going to have a great weekend. Eat good on Super Bowl Sunday, man.
Wings.
Yeah, you know, this is the other day that God allows gluttonous, I think. But anyway, till then, same time, same show, same crazy hosts, same crazy nonsense in sports. Will you miss me? Peace.
Next week. See y'all.
Thank you, Raphael.
You just got done listening to the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook accounts at the 3-Point Conversion. And also make sure you check out our website, the3pointconversion.com. Be sure to follow us live and listen every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern.